Since my page is coming from TikTok, I felt it would be a good idea to create a supercut of everything that I've reviewed, so everyone would know what series are going to be coming and what I've already reviewed and will not be reviewing again in long form. Thank you, and enjoy the supercut. Bird up. I found this box set of 50 horror classics from Hollywood's past, so we're going to watch every single one and review them. Let's see what we start with. Number 24 is Invisible Ghost, starring Bela Lugosi, from 1941.
You refuse to move out of this place. Sentimental reasons. There's nothing very sentimental about a house where anything could happen. It usually does.
So overall, this movie isn't that bad. It's really good if you like whodunits, but for Bela Lugosi, he did a lot better work than this. I'm gonna give this like a 6 out of 10. It's not bad, but it's not great. It's only an hour and 5 minutes, so. It's time for episode 2 of Horror Classics Reviews. Let's see what we get. Number 44 is A Shriek in the Night, starring Ginger Roberts, from 1933. Well, the DVD gave out on me. Thankfully, a lot of these movies can be found on YouTube. Me leaving work every day. So this movie is not good. It's not good. It was really hard to be interested in this movie at all. The romance is cute. It's the only thing that really saves it. Ginger Rogers is really good in this movie. She makes this movie. Yeah, I'm gonna give it 4 shrieks out of 10. It's also only an hour and 5 minutes long. So I recorded the opening for episode 3 and forgot about it and lost it. So this one doesn't have an opening. But I remember I rolled Hunchback of Notre Dame from 1923, starring Lon Chaney. So this is one of the best silent films ever made. It's a true testament to how talented Lon Chaney was, a true testament to how talented Hollywood was back in the day. This gets a solid 8 out of 10 because this movie's amazing. Episode 5 time, let's see what we get. 25. I am immediately very skeptical. It is The Killer Shrews, starring James Best, from 1959. This is our first of many campy monster movies that are in the compilation, and this one is dumb. The plot's dumb, the premise is dumb, the acting is bad, the makeup for the shrews is bad, they dressed up dogs, it's really obvious and funny, and that's the only thing that really saves it for me. I'm going to give this a 4, graciously. Episode 4 of Horror Classics Reviews. Let's see what we get. 34. Number 34 is The Monster Maker from 1944, starring J. Carrol Naish. I think that's how you say that.
How ghastly.
The story is bland. The acting is bland.
The makeup is stupid. The plot is stupid. This movie is stupid. It's only an hour long, though, so if that sounds appealing, watch it. Episode 5 time. Let's see what we get. 25. I am immediately very skeptical. It is The Killer Shrews, starring James Best, from 1959. This is our first of many campy monster movies that are in the compilation, and this one is dumb. The plot's dumb, the premise is dumb, the acting is bad, the makeup for the shrews is bad, they dressed up dogs, it's really obvious and funny, and that's the only thing that really saves it for me. I'm going to give this a 4, graciously. Horror Classics Episode 6. 19. Number 19 is the giant Gila monster from 1959, starring Don Sullivan. This movie is mediocre. The plot, what little there is not that bad. The acting is not that bad. The practical effects are actually okay. They make the Gila monster look big with like model cars and a model barn and stuff like that. But literally there's no action until the last 6 minutes. And even then it's kind of bad. 5 out of 10. Horror Classics Reviews Episode 7. Let's see what we get. Number 23.
With friends.
Let's see how this goes, Zaddy.
So my Universal remote is stupid and I refuse to buy another one, which is why I've been having to watch the DVDs on my laptop. So we're going to watch Phantom of the Opera instead. So people are already complaining about it being a silent movie.
My baroche is raging outside.
Case, I need to go get a beer.
Give me the keys.
Give me my fucking keys.
This is one of the best silent films ever made. I gave it a solid 10 out of 10, and I think the guys liked it.
Yes,
10 out of
Daddy.
10 simps.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10 simps. Time for the Halloween special of horror reviews. And by Halloween, I mean Halloween. My least favorite of the Thorn saga is Halloween 5. It's boring. The only time that you really ever see Michael as a human is the point where he cries in front of Jamie. I give this one a 5 out of 10. In fourth place in the Thorn saga is Halloween 6, because I like it slightly better, the mask looks better, and I like the idea of Michael having a son, because that's fucking terrifying. At number 3 in the saga, I'm going to give it to Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, because that one actually sets up a decent plot, and then it spirals out of control in 5 and 6. So that one gets a 7 out of 10. Halloween 2 is obviously next because it's the sequel, and I give it a solid 8 out of 10. It's really good. 10 out of 10, my favorite horror movie of all time. Can't really say anything else about it.
It's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Happy Halloween, TikTok.
Well,
Keep away! That smile is mine. Do it again. In time. Oh no. In time. Bonjour. Buenos días. La última time.
They have a splice us on something for like a film noir assignment in college.
One of the most genuinely terrifying movies ever made. One of the most influential horror movies ever made. Some of the dialogue doesn't hold up because of the 50-year time gap from then to now, from 73 to 2022. But overall, the practical effects are great.
Some of what Reagan actually does is amazing. Linda Blair, as one of my friends here said, is one of the best child actors we've. This is going to be my first in theaters review. We're going to see Smile. So it's rare that a soundtrack is one of my favorite parts of a horror movie. This is one of them. This is really great soundtrack. You know, I'm a sucker for practical effects. It seemed like there was practical effects. I might have been mistaken, and it was really good CGI. I thought this was going to be one of those movies where it was making a fake profound statement. No, it's just a decent horror monster movie. It's a very similar concept to It Follows, but there's no sex. Sorry about it. But overall, this is a good movie. It's not horrifying, and it doesn't rely on jump scares, which I thought it was going to, so I'm going to give it a solid 8 out of 10. It's been a long time since I did one of these. Horror Classics Reviews, Episode 8. Number 33, Monster from the Prehistoric Planet, starring Tomio Kawaji. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. This is one of those quote-unquote scientific exploration movies where they treat native people like savages, and their religion is, you know, borderline just animal worship. But this is basically just a combination of the original King Kong's plot with a mix of Godzilla. So the disc is so badly damaged, I'm not going to be able to finish it on here. I'm going to see if it's on YouTube. It's on here, but I gotta say, this is the first one that I legitimately don't want to finish.
Right, all right. When I'm finished, I'll do anything you want, huh?
Can you find me a better movie to watch?
Will you find me a mommy?
Oh, fuck.
I've got a soft spot for monster movies, especially because I love Godzilla, but this thing looks like Godzilla and Rodan just had a really drunk one-night stand, and this was the horrific love child that it produced.
This is the first of the movies in that box that I legitimately can't finish. It's just that bad. The voice acting is horrible. The acting itself is horrible from the original Japanese actors. I'm sorry. Like I said, the monster looks terrible. The plot is really derivative. But just, it's bad. 2 out of 10. I got 40 minutes in. I still would have had like 50 minutes left. It's bad. Hey everybody. So I just watched another one of my must-watch movies from 2022, and I gotta say, The Menu is the most Ari Aster movie that had nothing to do with Ari Aster. I love this movie. I love the cinematography. I hate all of the characters. I love the acting. It even has a solid twist on the final girl trope at the end. What can I say? The artwork, the humor, just this is probably the best movie that came out last year. I didn't see many, but this is my favorite from 2022. This is masterful. 10 out of 10. Finally hit 100 followers, and for that we are actually going to start the Nightmare on Elm Street series, starting with the first one, the original, where Johnny Depp made his debut in acting. Finally hit 100 followers, and for that we are actually going to start the Nightmare on Elm Street series, starting with the first one, the original, where Johnny Depp made his debut in acting. I missed the title card, and I am not about to rewind this. Also, new setup. It looks goofy in a 2023 kind of sense, but I absolutely love this effect that they do in this scene. I realized my flash was on for that part. I'm sorry. That probably looked terrible, but I'm not going to refilm it because I'm lazy. This guy is a terrible boyfriend. He's just standing there going, Tina! 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 And doing nothing. There are a few things in this world that absolutely terrify me. One of them is drowning. The other is rabies. The scene is really messed up, but I really like what they did with Rod. He's not exactly a great guy, but he didn't deserve this. Iconic. Wait for it. That's some good acting right there. There it is. My toilet on a Tuesday. What separates Freddy from other classic slashers like Michael Myers, Leatherface, and Jason Voorhees is he just does it for fun. That's what makes him purely evil, that he just does it for fun. There's no other real motivation. Jason does it for this sick curse that's attached to his mother. Michael does it for a sick curse. I don't, depending on which timeline you're in. Uh, Ghostface does it for revenge more often than not. It depends on which killer you're talking about. Freddy just does it for fun, for a sick game, and that's what makes him arguably one of the scariest ones. I still love Michael. Still love Michael the most. Also, one of the plagues of slasher movies and 80s horror movies is bad acting. Surprisingly, Nightmare on Elm Street has pretty good acting, especially from Nancy, our lead actress. To further celebrate the page reaching 100 followers, never say I don't love you guys, because I got something from eBay very special for us. I can't show the cover because it's very graphic, but it is considered one of the most violent movies ever made, and the title says the most controversial movie ever made. So here's the title, because I can't say it. Yeah. Here's the review. This falls into the category of never going to watch that as long as I live, unless I have to. For this review, I'm going to give an aggregate score because I can't just assign this a number. It escapes me right now. The acting is subpar to start with. I love the music, but I want to destroy the sound designer. Terrible mixing. Cinematography is kind of bad, but I feel like that's what it's supposed to be because it's a grindhouse movie. And it's also supposed to be found footage for the second half of the movie. But overall, this is horrifying. This is the most violent movie I've ever seen, and I've seen its spiritual successor, The Green Inferno. Yeah, this is worse than that. I'm going to subtract 2 points because of the gratuitous violence against animals. That was completely unnecessary. And yeah, if SA, unaliving innocent people, white man guilt, and animal cruelty trigger you or upset you in any way, don't watch this movie because I just spent an hour and 36 minutes watching it. And I have nothing else to say. And that was every review that I've done for TikTok. I'm still going to be posting there occasionally, but content is going to be coming mostly on this channel. So, every series that you saw and every review that you've seen is going to stay here and is going to keep going. Thanks for watching The Big Red Horror Show.